then came right back up right when I was streaming, and got within the same range as before, and now it's holding about 29,000. So Bitcoin hasn't really moved for weeks now. So even today, the US markets actually rallied. Dow went up about 500 points, NASDAQ went up, snapped a 7-week losing streak. But unfortunately, this decoupling right now that we're seeing, well, it's not a good thing, because while this was happening, Bitcoin was still holding, but altcoins have been selling off like crazy. This morning, Bitcoin dominance shot up to 45.5%, and now it went up to 46%. That's a half percentage point within a half day, and that's very significant, very, very significant. And even someone like Ethereum is dumping negative 10%, down to 1755 now, right? So what is exactly happening? Well, there is one big event, so I think we will get some clarity tomorrow. It's not for certain, but we do have that big end of month options and futures expiration. So I did want to lead off with that. That should actually conclude by the time I stream in the morning, because it usually concludes like middle of the night. At least the options part. The futures part is more like 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, but options is what drives the market more these days. So hopefully, with that event gone, a lot of traders, a lot of whales that tend to manipulate the market to achieve their goal, to make profit with their call or put with their options, right? We see that a lot happening, and after that event's over, then usually we see some kind of relief. So there is that tomorrow. Not guaranteed though, but that is coming tomorrow. However, with that said, what's happening right now reminds me of a few years ago. Okay, and let me share a story with you guys. Story time. I actually had this drawn out. So this is the Bitcoin dominance chart. So I used to show this all the time, and I drew this out, and you could see that there are certain levels, right? Certain highs and low supports and resistances, just like Bitcoin. But man, it reminds me a lot of what happened previously during some of our crazy rallies and during some of our crazy corrections. Now, up until, I would say, until about a few months ago, despite the fact that Bitcoin has been coming down from November, altcoins, generally speaking, at least the big caps, were in tandem, moving in tandem with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin went down 5%, they would go down 5 to 7%, and Bitcoin went up 5%, they would go up 5 to 7%. So even though Bitcoin has come down from, the high of November, December, right? But it was more in tandem with Bitcoin. But recently, within the last week or two, we have really seen that decoupling, which is why Bitcoin dominance is now slowly moving upwards, and we're starting to see alts just sell off like crazy. So you can see right here, January 15th of 2022, so the start of this year, that's when Bitcoin dominance fell down to about 39%, and you could see how that was actually, that was actually a low for a couple years. This happened in May of 2021. Remember what happened then? May 2021 was when Bitcoin fell down to 28,000, and we had a tremendous rally upwards to 69,000, right? So when Bitcoin fell down to that 28,000, that was actually a low point for Bitcoin dominance, right? And then we hovered, we went up a little bit down, hovered down, right? And now we're going back up to possibly 47, 48%. And these are levels we have seen before in 2021. So we're in that range. But of course, we had some major movements back in 2021. and that's why you see this fluctuation, right? But if you go back further, some of you guys have been through crypto winter, for example, 2018, 2019, 2020, those times were scary. Bitcoin didn't move a whole lot during those years. And altcoins certainly didn't move a lot. Altcoins, most of them, sold off 95,